up, everybody, and welcome to the InCntrolGaming podcast. I'm one of your hosts, as usual, Ole, and joining me is PK.
Hi, people. Hi, Ole.
How's it going, man?
Not bad, not bad. Just getting through life.
Playing some video games?
I've been trying to play a few video games, but I feel like time has been slipping through my hands in the last couple of weeks. Have you played much?
I have been knee-deep in some video games. But this is, guys, the InCntrolGaming podcast, your one-stop shop for all the latest gaming news, industry opinion, and just hearing what two chuckleheads like us have to say. Now, we will start. Okay, let me just actually...
Yeah, how rude.
Listen,
how rude.
Don't worry, that's just my lawyer. So let's start the show with what is and forever will be the news.
Yeah.
All right, so Patrick, we have a couple of interesting news stories to go with today. First of all, a little bit of industry news to do with the U.S. market. NPD results for June. So this is a monthly collation of the best-selling software and the best-selling hardware. So, looking at software first, this is actually pretty exciting because the charts have been changed up a little bit. In first place, we had Tekken 7. In second, we had Injustice 2. Third was Grand Theft Auto 5. Fourth, put a smile on my face, was Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. And fifth was ARMS.
AKA Dark Souls.
AKA Sunday morning cartoons Dark Souls. Sixth was Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Seventh was Mario Kart. Eighth was Overwatch. Ninth was NBA 2K17. And 10th was one of our favorite games of the year so far, Horizon Zero Dawn. Patrick, is it crazy that there's like two fighting games at the top of the charts for the month of June?
Look at it this way. According to statistics, it's $765 million was used on gaming hardware and software, right? And that is a huge climb to like last year.
Yeah, it's actually up.
That's about a 10% or 11% climb.
Hardware is up 27%, I think due to the Switch, obviously. And game sales are up 7% year on year. So
yeah, that's a good climb. And if you reach a point where fighting games are literally fighting against each other to reach number one, then that's strange, but it's a great direction where gaming is going, isn't it?
Exactly. I like to see like switch ups in the charts instead of seeing your regular GTA. Okay, GTA is third, but seeing like some kind of like I don't know, because I thought fighting games had been on a bit of a downward spiral, especially during the audience just seemed
that was
to
MK.
smaller.
MK did lift the bar a little bit.
Yeah, so did Street Fighter did what it did.
Yeah, even though it wasn't that great. Street Fighter 5 wasn't that great, but still more. It was recognized and it did okay.
Yeah, ARMS is fifth. That's a fighting game for the Switch as well. So that's pretty cool. GTA is GTA. New system equals you buying GTA. And Crash only had 2 days on the charts.
But I knew Crash was going to sell a little bit more though. I knew Crash as soon as it was released.
Yeah.
I had a feeling like people will want to play this game.
Yeah, because the nostalgia was pretty high for Crash and everything.
Playing on your heartstrings.
Yeah, pretty much. And people had been like begging Sony for years and years to give us at least a Crash remaster of all the games, and it seems like people have responded, instead of just tweeting and writing on forums and stuff. People have actually spoken with their wallets, which is pretty crazy.
Legend of Zelda got number...
Legend of Zelda was 6. Yeah. So Zelda, still plucking along. I think every person who buys a Switch buys Zelda. Yeah. It was the situation for me, basically. And in terms of hardware, PS4 first, second Switch, and third was Xbox One. The PS4, interestingly enough, had its best June since launch.
Really?
Its best ever month of June. It did almost 400,000 units.
And Nintendo's doing so well.
They can't make enough Switches, that's the problem. They're not able to ramp up production. The Xbox One just did over 100K. It did about 109K, which is really abysmal. I know it's June, it's a slower month, but man, that's not a great result. They've almost outsold 4 times by PS4. That's pretty bad. I thought the Xbox One S, when it came out last year, would be able to carry them
And the majority of that is obviously in the US, but then how can they keep up essentially if they're doing those numbers?
In their best market.
Yeah.
They're in a tough, I mean, they're not in a tough spot per se, but I mean, it's kind of crazy that, anyway, Xbox One X should give a small push, but I wonder if it will fizzle out a bit like the Xbox One S.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I mean, this all falls down to the diehards essentially, because it's how much you really want the Xbox and how much you want to be on that platform.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, unless there's pretty much anything else to add to that, I mean, though the numbers speak for themselves, it's great to see a little bit of rejigging within the charts and see some new software like get up ahead. Our second news story actually is to do with Rockstar and Take-Two. Now, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, Take-Two owned Rockstar as well. He basically commented on the performance of Grand Theft Auto Online for GTA 5. We know that, I mean, we've just talked about GTA 5 literally being third. That game came out in 2013 on PS3 and Xbox 360. And it was redone for PS4 and Xbox One, but it's still charting. And he basically talked about how the GTA Online has transformed how Rockstar view their games. And the amount of money that they've been able to make through GTA Online is making them reconsider future projects. And he seemingly hinted, the CEO, that Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to have a much, much larger online component than the previous Red Dead. Now, a lot of people were concerned about this because Rockstar are known for their single-player games. I mean, that's the main thing that we like from them. But this seemingly big pivot to doing more online stuff has a lot of people like really worried about the future of Rockstar. So I thought it would be an interesting news comment to bring up.
I mean, look at it this way. People have reached a point where when they're playing Grand Theft Auto 5, yes, the single player is still good. But the online gameplay is more fun, essentially. You're going to have a lot more fun playing online. If Rockstar say that they're going to focus a lot on the Red Dead Redemption online gameplay, I don't think that they will focus on it enough for it to diminish the single player campaign itself. I don't think there will be at any point be like, let's compromise this area.
The SP for multiplayer.
I don't think maybe some people are reading a little bit too much into it. Maybe they're thinking, and from Rockstar's point of view, obviously, I also think that they're thinking like, if we release this Western, which everybody has anticipated, the offline still has to be really good. I don't think that people should worry or panic too much over it. Especially the way GTA 5 has evolved online as well. It won't be perfect even for Red Dead to come out and be absolutely fantastic. They will build on it.
I think people are just really worried that they've seen previous publishers and developers fall foul to money. That's the thing, because GTA Online with the shark cards, which you can purchase it's basically spend real money to get game money, to buy the nice armored cars and fancy apartments and that kind of thing. It's just made them so much cash, and people are so hungry for GTA Online content that they throw real world money at it. And I mean, it's basically a money pool for Rockstar. So
they shouldn't shove it down our throats, though. When we're playing Red Dead Redemption, I shouldn't feel that at any point if I'm playing with someone, I feel completely overpowered simply because of the fact that someone else spent more money than me. As soon as you reach that level, it kind of brings this, I don't know if it's a disconnect to the multiplayer experience.
No, I think that's a good point. I'm really interested in seeing how they do GTA Online. Red Dead Redemption Online, because they don't have as many tools to work with like GTA 5 in terms of cars, technology, weapons, that sort of thing. I mean, it's the Old West, so how far can they...
Maybe stronger guns, obviously, stronger rifles, stronger pistols, and horses as well, because horses matter.
Yeah. All horses matter.
All horses matter.
All horses matter.
Yeah.
No, so on the whole, you think it doesn't take anything away from the single player,
I don't think
even though the CEO seems to be getting really, he's communicating that, hey, Rockstar, I know what they have with online, so...
It feels like a situation where, yes, online is something that they will put a huge focus on.
Yeah.
They will. And they will find out the perfect time to say, here's new downloadable content, or here are new weapons, and for you to purchase them. But I don't think they will take anything away from the
epic single player.
Yeah,
it's still going to be 30 hours.
It has to run on a story.
Yeah.
It has to run on a story, and they won't compromise the story as well.
I agree. I don't think people need to freak out, and it should be okay. But later in the next 5, 6, 7 years, I think they might be... I mean, the next GTA could be full online co-op. I think Grand Theft Auto 6 could be that. Who knows, next piece of news. This was kind of just hilarious, but we've spoken about For Honor quite a bit, especially early days of this episode. But this was just hilarious. It came up on one of my news feeds. The game has lost 95% of its player base on Steam since launch. So this is basically early March. We're now in July, and it has lost 95% of its player base, which is absolutely staggering, but keeping in line with a lot of Ubisoft's other games. The Division was front-loaded like that, but the player base fell off. But what's crazy about this is the community manager went out on Ubisoft forums and started labeling this fake news. We are fully, all the worlds are colliding now, you know what I mean? Fake news is now fully infiltrating video games. Of course the story is true, but this guy is trying to come in and say that it's all not true to, keep people thinking that the game is really popular and stuff when we know that the reason that 95% of the player base is gone is due to stuff like the microtransactions are really pervasive. I keep banging on about microtransactions on this show. And I don't just say it because I want to get a hernia or something. It's just the truth. It can ruin your game to a certain extent. And on top of that...
Whoever spends wins.
Exactly. On top of that, the peer-to-peer connections really had bad latency issues, and the game just wasn't very fun to play because of lag, and it's pretty much destroyed the game. But isn't that... Why do you think that keeps happening with Ubisoft games?
Well, let's even start this from Genesis, from the very beginning. When For Honor was released, it had a 36% less attendance than the beta.
Oh yes, I remember that statistic,
Yeah, and it brought up a point where, look, we've already disappointed people with the gameplay issues and constant updates, and we need to figure out how to keep our players. Now, if at that point you have already disappointed your prime customers, the people who were anticipating this game and they pre-ordered this game, if you're disappointing them alone, then your game you have to bring your A game constantly for you to keep your players.
Yeah.
Just look at other multiplayer games which have succeeded. First, you have to satisfy the people who came here first.
Yeah, like Overwatch is a good example.
Exactly. Battlefield.
Yeah.
Satisfy the players who are anticipating, and then lure in other people.
New players.
Yeah, new players. If you are not doing that, then you're gonna bring major problems.
Yeah. I agree with you. You need to satisfy that initial group of players who come in.
Of course, keep your fan base.
Keep your fan base. Keep that core, and then from there you can grow out, and you hope that word of mouth with your fans keeps growing and growing and growing. And that's a similar thing with, for example, with a new phenomenon, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is absolutely massive right now. It's a game in early access on PC only, but that's a game that has just grown with the player base through word of mouth, and it's had bugs, it's had issues here and there, but largely the team have been communicating with the fans, and it's just it's done 4 million in 3 months, which I actually should have brought up in the two news segments ago, whatever. But so in that sense, I agree with you completely. You have to get that core right.
You have to get the core correctly.
And our last bit of news, just because we don't do a lot of mobile stuff, but there was a really pretty big story to do with Pokemon Go over the weekend. So there was a Pokemon Go event in Chicago, Pokemon Go Fest, I believe it's called.
I can tell you wanna like repeat whatever people were saying in the crowd.
Oh yeah. We're gonna get to that. So it's Pokemon Go Festival in Chicago, where people were meant to come to this event and catch new Pokemon, do raids on catching really legendary Pokemon, and on top of that, there was presentations from the CEO of Niantic. They're the mobile company who are developing the game. And this event was, as you would expect in the gaming world, an absolute cluster.
Yeah, of course.
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong happened at this event. I mean, it was an absolute mess. The app was not working for people who were there. It was crashing, it was disconnecting, it wasn't responding. So every time that representatives of Niantic or marketing people or the CEO went on stage, they were booed completely while they were trying to get through talking to people in the crowd and everything. And there's a hilarious supercut of the entire event because it was being live streamed. There's a crazy supercut of the event of like the crowd absolutely raging at people on stage, booing the CEO. This guy screaming, "Fix your game," like as this guy's trying to talk about like legendary Pokemon and stuff. I mean, it was just an absolute mess. I mean, Alan, if you can even just put up that "Fix your game" clip right now, that would be great. But the thing is, this app has been pretty much bare bones and a mess since it launched. I know Pokemon Go was really big and everything. I mean, I played it for like a solid 2 months before. I played
it for like a month.
Yeah, and then I fell off. I remember trying to catch Pokemon at your farm. You know what I mean? But
you're trying to catch pigeons.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been it's been raking in the dough as well. I mean, naturally, people have been spending tons of money on the game. So Niantic, at one point, were making something like $10 million a day. How, in God's good name, have you not fixed the app? I mean, and people paid to go to Pokemon Go Fest or whatever, you know? I should say they were refunded and everything, but isn't that kind of crazy?
I feel that why just have you not sorted out the main product of what is bringing you in like the most money? Like if you're saying that Pokemon is now revived and Pokemon as itself is a brand name, it's not simply just the video game Pokemon Go. It is a brand. Now, if you're saying that Pokemon Go itself is bringing you like all this money, why haven't you sorted out the main bugs?
I really, it's baffling, honestly. Like, it makes no sense. They're swimming in cash. I mean, they're able to hire the best talent. Any good mobile developer.
We even know that when a game is released, whether it's on PlayStation 4 or Xbox, or let's even say Nintendo, let's even throw Nintendo in there. If a game comes out and it's not up to par, you work on to patching it. And then after you've patched it, then you kind of satisfy your customer base. Why haven't you fixed?
I mean, they've patched the game like 19 times, I think, and it's
but why is it still broken?
I don't understand. And the app wasn't only broken at Pokemon Go Fest; it was around the world. Because they were doing some rollouts of new content and everything. But the app was crashing for every person around the world. The thing is, the people who went to the festival were the angriest, obviously. You know,
delay it if it's not working.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Just delay your festival.
He booked the venue like 6 months ago or whatever, but it's been a year, and I think it was just pretty hilarious because the supercut, I mean, I watched it yesterday, and it's just so sad and funny, you know, there's little kids there who can't even
they should have focused more on it though.
Yeah, they really should have fixed it. I mean, but you're done with Pokemon, right? You're not playing it anymore?
No, I'm not playing it.
Yeah, me too. That was pretty much a mess. I should add, finally, to wrap this up, very tasteless of the people on stage bragging about the legendary Pokemon they've caught.
Yeah, why are you coming on stage to flaunt? Why are you here? Why are you here?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, especially if I travel. I mean, I don't think I'd ever travel for a Pokemon like.
I mean, I would be worried if you no.
I don't think
like what you like.
Yeah. But essentially, whether or not I really wanted to go, at no point do I want to sit down and listen to you say that. Hey,
I caught the whatever. I don't know the legendary Pokemon's name, but yeah. Because people booed when he was like, "Oh, I just caught a whatever," and people were like, "Boo! Fix your game. I mean, it's just the best. But yeah, so I think that's gonna wrap it up from the news section for us. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next segment.